But to me, generally, though, what's interesting to me about this is that it's kind of like, of course, like nobody questions whether the younger people age in bursts. Like puberty literally is a burst in aging, like where your body changes on a very specific level or on a lot of different levels. So you go from being a child body to an adult body, when you go through puberty, and that's occurring over a set number of years. And then even looking at the animal kingdom, like when you look at, certain animals that they'll have these bursts of aging and so forth, or and some animals, you got like butterflies and stuff, like you have metamorphosis and stuff. So the idea that this would happen to us is not something that because I think the visual appearance, because that tends to go in a more linear way, I think is why we assume that on the inside it's happening in a linear way, as opposed to like when kids will have growth spurts. And so visually we see that it's a spurt. It's not like just a slow progression. And so I think that the visual of an adult seems gradual, but the concept that on the inside it's happening in different ways is definitely something I think that aligns with other areas of our experience, and so that they've kind of identified two areas is just kind of, that's the ability of science to just measure things better now. Like, they're sticking probes in people and taking blood samples and all that. And so they're able to measure things now that maybe they couldn't have measured 100 years ago. And so I think that's kind of the inevitability of something like this, but it's pretty cool to hear